I couldn't do anything. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't wake up. I couldn't take a shower. I couldn't go to work due to mental health and not being able to basically function. I was using alcohol to cure everything, and all that did was make it worse. And so I started repeating a circle, like a cycle. I would cure it, I would get a little bit in, and then it would come back 10 times worse. I couldn't even function as a human being. I started back in 2023. I was in a very toxic relationship. I was somewhere I shouldn't have ever been. But then I got arrested. I got arrested because I was basically in the wrong place at the wrong time. The neighbors didn't see anything. They were friends with my ex-girlfriend. They took her side immediately. I was in no state to even defend myself at the time. So I just basically let it all ride. And then I got locked up, and that's when I realized my life would be changed forever. I was on 3 different types of anxiety medications, 2 different types of depression medications. I was on some pretty heavy benzodiazepines. Those are very addictive, everyone knows that, but I was on 2 different ones at the same time for about 3 years. It was scary. I felt like I was in a zoo. I felt completely out of place. I felt like everyone was out to get me. I felt like I had lost. Basically, my whole world got tipped upside down in such a way. I didn't even want to be alive, honestly. I just wanted to go to sleep and not wake up. The morning of my release, I could definitely say the fresh air smelled amazing. That jail was no fun. Very dank, very musty. I walked out and I actually enjoyed the air. I got a big old breath and it was amazing. The feeling of freedom is absolutely amazing. A lot of people probably underestimate that. I used to. But once I came out of that jail, I was like, oh man, this is amazing. This is where it's at. At my court hearing, the day I was sentenced, I was absolutely terrified. Before sentencing, I just wanted to get it done and over with. I wanted to go home. I'd been away from my apartment for almost a year at this point. I didn't know what was happening. I couldn't leave. I couldn't do anything. My job was trying to fire me. I just wanted to get it done and over with. So I did. And then after I was sentenced, the fear sunk in because I was terrified to be on paper. I was absolutely terrified to go on probation. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was going to happen. I'd seen a lot of horror stories from friends and things in the past that, made their life worse. They couldn't get a job. They couldn't find an apartment. They eventually sometimes even went to jail because of these things. I was full of fear. I didn't know what to expect. Thought my life was over. June 10th, 2024, I was in a pretty nasty accident. The accident wasn't my fault. Somebody was on their phone, not paying attention. They claimed that they didn't see me. She basically bottlenecked me into a concrete median. My bike stayed on one side. I wasn't so lucky. I was thrown into oncoming traffic. I hit my head. I belly flopped on Colfax Avenue. And my bike got totaled. Very disoriented, didn't know where I was. Once I finally made it to the hospital, they made me a trauma 1 instantly because they were afraid that my internal organs were going to shut down. I suffered a traumatic brain injury. I suffer everyday short-term memory loss. And I have PTSD. It's hard to drive. It's hard to go into public places with a lot of people. Well, I started making music again, and I actually wrote a song. And I went on there and I tried to mix it, and I was unable to figure out how to mix it. Everything I tried, it didn't work. I didn't know anything. I tried reaching out to some people and they basically told me that I was trash and they weren't going to help me because I wasn't worth it. And I don't take no for an answer. So I started looking at schools, maybe to possibly do some audio schooling. That's when I actually found Full Sail. I decided to call them up just to see what it was all about, and I really liked what they had to say. You just gotta invest into yourself and you can't give up. Life is hard, you just gotta keep on going.